Hi, and welcome back to our fourth and final module of writing your political resume on demand, module number 4, delivery and cover letters. So first of all, as you think about wrapping up your resume, getting it ready to send into the hands of employers, please make sure to proofread for typos and for comprehension. So send your resume to a family member, a friend, a coworker. It should be someone who can cast a critical eye and give you feedback about both the style and the substance of your resume. But at the very basic, make sure that resume goes out without any typos in it. All right. First impressions matter. So as you think about delivering your resume, some very important tips. Please do not send your resume in Pages, in Word, or as a Google document. Always send your resume as a PDF. A lot of the larger HR systems and resume gathering systems will actually garble documents that are submitted in any format other than PDF. And hiring managers, given what we've talked about during all of our sessions about how busy they are, how inundated they are with resumes, they're often just not going to reach back out to you to ask for a corrected version of your resume if it comes through garbled. So rely on PDFs. PDFs are your friend, and please use them. Finally, how you name your resume really matters. Make it easy for the hiring manager to find your resume when they need it. Include your first name, your last name, the word resume, and the date of your resume, right? Just in case for some reason there's another version of your resume from an earlier date floating around. You can also include things like the name of the role you're applying for, the company name, but at the very base, you just want to make sure you're not using too much shorthand and an unintelligible series of letters and numbers, or that just has the word resume in it. All right. We now want to move on and talk about cover letters. And let me just be real for a second. I know that not everybody loves a cover letter. We get it. We get it. A lot of employers, some are opting not to include cover letters. Some are still asking for cover letters, but you just want to be really prepared to create the strongest cover letter possible. Your cover letter establishes why you would be great for this job. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm interested in the role, right? And everything that you learn from informational interviews, from all of your research, from mapping that job description, all of that is what informs what you include in your cover letter. So let's go over the basics. Cover letters always want to be less than a single page. Not just your resume in paragraphs, right? We have your resume. So what it wants to do is build on your resume and tell me more of who you are, your story, why you're qualified for this job, why you're passionate about this job. It always wants to make an explicit connection between what you've done and what you want to do in the future, and how that all connects back to this particular role. You want to demonstrate an understanding of both the organization and the role itself in your cover letter. You also want to clearly highlight your skills and your experience and connect that to how that applies to the role and the skills and experience that the employer is looking for. Okay, so those are the basics. Here's an example cover letter. I don't want to go into details here, but I just want to point out several things from a formatting perspective. First, it's less than a page, right? Fits on a single page. Secondly, it's really clearly organized. A couple of brief paragraphs and some bullet points. We love a bullet point. So I highly suggest that you use bullet points in your cover letter, especially to address when you want to talk about the specific experience and specific stories that you have. But really important, they're not copied and pasted from your resume. We've got your resume. The bullet points want to add color. They want to add detail to the most relevant and resonant experiences that you bring to the job. All right, let's dive in a little bit further. You always want to start with a memorable opener that establishes who you are and why you are interested. Second paragraph, you want to think about diving into why you're a good fit for this organization and this role. And again, that's based on the job description. So this is where you can show your understanding. I know what this role requires, and this is how I fill that role, right? In those bullet points, you want to highlight and detail those most relevant experiences. And again, add more color than you were able to fit in the resume itself. And then you want to wrap up really briefly with the thanks and next steps. And it's always great to include a reminder of how passionate you are, how excited you are about the prospect of this work, right? So those are the basic sort of sections of your cover letter and how you want to think about approaching it. So once you've got the resume, you have to work the resume. We talk about this all the time. We hope you'll check out Arena Careers, our jobs list and networking platform. The address is https://app.arena.run. It's free for employers. It is free for job seekers. And we highly recommend that you jump on in and upload your resume there so that employers can find you. All right, just a couple of key takeaways as we are now at the end of this session. We've had 4 modules. A couple of things I just want to remind all of you: keep your resume to a single page. Do that by focusing on what's relevant to the job you are applying for. Make sure your resume is easily skimmable. Make sure you use clear formatting and bullet points under your experience. You want to showcase your value in writing your bullet points by highlighting the skills and experiences that are most relevant to the position from your work experience. Again, those bullet points want to focus on accomplishments, not just responsibilities and tasks. And you want to write a strong 1-page cover letter that connects your skills and passion to what that employer needs. Any questions? Don't hesitate to email us here at careers@arena.run. We are so glad you've joined us for this writing your political resume on demand training. And we hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks from all of us at Arena. Take care.